Hello, my fellow TBCians. This is John on this day from the beautiful city of Melbourne, which some survey says is the most livable city in the world. We are in the afternoon at this hour, and you may be in the morning in some parts of the world, or you may also, like me, in the afternoon or in the evening. I greet you wherever you are, and I look, I trust that you are in good health and you are also prospering in your TBC program. Today we want to look at the mindset of being a TBCian. As we have said the other day, uh, a TBCian is one who catches the vision of the TBC program and who tries and succeed in this program of TBC. Now, how do we succeed in this program of TBC? Where do we start and how do we journey? The answer is very simple, straightforward, and it's all there laid down for us in full detail by the admin. And it is found on the billioncoin.info blog. And this is a very active blog where admin is updating it on a daily basis with multiple uh, topics, multiple articles, and multiple videos of great value that is presented on the blog. So in other words, the blog is actually our library. The blog is the curriculum, or also it is the basis of which the full TBC concept is being dispersed and imparted to us. It is the very academic of TBC. Looking back at the blog and some of the contents on the topic of the broadcasters, you see that in the whole week or so that has gone past, blog, uh, admin has been highlighting on the importance and the effects of broadcasters. It is important to understand and to not only to understand, but to also participate in the plan that admin has for us as broadcasters. Broadcasting is the overall objective of TBC. Now, when we broadcast, we are spreading uh, knowledge, we are spreading uh, concepts, we are also spreading information. So we dispense information to society. And when society has the opportunity to watch our broadcast and to understand what we are saying, then it forms an acceptance. And this acceptance, we would now consider it as social acceptance and social proof that has been presented to and accepted by the society at large. And all this can come about through the combined efforts of all the broadcasters, and these are being created through the broadcasting, and therefore we can see that the daily broadcast that we put up is most relevant for not only our community, also for those who have not yet been and be taught and told about TBC. Through the dissipation of information on the broadcast by all of us, the members, the information that we acquire, the information that we collect from the blog, this is being dispensed to the world about our ideology and about our concept of TBC. Understand that the powers that are out there, they have control over us based on their ownership of all the resources that are out there. And I can tell you, they are also working very actively round the clock, 24/7, all over the world. They are broadcasting propagandas, they are broadcasting their own ideology, they are broadcasting threats, and they are also uh, broadcasting um, information that seeks to brainwash our mind and to change our way of thinking. Now, the elites control all the resources out there in the world. And one thing that they cannot control, which is our voice. Now, they have external control over everything that happens in the world, whether it is in the air, whether it is on the land, whether it's in the offices, whether it's in the homes, in the banks, in the business sector, they have got some kind of control and they are monitoring and manipulating the societies of the world. So the fact is, unless it is short of turning off the internet, the elites do not control our voice because we can use the internet to do broadcasting. We can use the internet to dispense the information that we have already learned and we have gleaned from the posts on the TBC blog. And in turn, we, the broadcasters, are now able to make our voice heard through the broadcasting. So it is to our benefit that the internet is freely available and we are able to do what we can to counter the efforts of the elites. The elites have done a great job, a really, really great job of brainwashing the global populace. The people in the world, they have their thoughts infiltrated by the elites. Their value system are being forced down upon us. Their value system are being taught into our minds, into our children's mind, and into our way of life through the media, through the entertainment. If you look at the entertainment that is coming out from Hollywood, you will see the filth, you will see the evil, you will see the depraved uh, lifestyle that the Hollywood industry is churning out to destroy us, to influence us, and to mislead us. So it is causing moral decay. It is causing our value systems to be affected and destroyed. And the elites has done a great job of creating a scarcity mentality. Look at the promotion of the LGBT culture throughout the world. They are promoting throughout the world. We are seeing that even governments are promoting the LGBT culture, which is destroying families, destroying individuals. Well, some of us may not agree, but it is true that marriages are being broken, homes are being broken, and value systems of cultures are also being destroyed. So this is only just one example. There are so many other cases that the elites are doing to destroy human culture. The elites have done a fantastic job of taking what is natural and what is given to us freely. They've taken all that away from us and they have replaced it with an acceptance that we are controlled and manipulated by them. Again, even in the case of medicine, we are injected, we are given all kinds of dosage of medicine which are unnecessary, which have been propagated by the elite to to get us uh, under their control and to get us addicted so that they can make money from the medical system. A lot of our belief system was given to us, structured and constructed by someone who had premeditated our very thoughts, our very action. Yes, we are talking about having children, uh, uh, or rather, we are talking about their control over us, about the number of children that we have, the way that we bring up children, the way that we look at and handle our finance, and even the way that we prepare to live our lives, to raise our family, and even our mortality. So, in other words, the elites really have got their so-called people who are planning our lives from birth to death, and they are guiding and leading the population towards that direction that they want them to go. In other words, our people are living their lives like that of zombies. These are all things that are constructed and imposed upon our belief system. Once we do some study and research, such as in psychology, and we understand the human mind, we see that the elites have put a lot of resources to learn and study the mind. They know more about us than we know ourselves. So all that they want is to control you and to make you act to their demands. You may ask, why do they do this and what is their purpose? Why do they do all this? Why do they go to such extent, spending billions of dollars in research and also to implement this? What is all this for them? The reward is that they would have ultimate power over society. They already are controlling the lifestyle. They are already controlling the culture of the population at large. They have also got their governments, they have their military, police force, they have the courts, the legal system, the education system, even up to universities. Many universities are also controlled by the elites, and it all comes from this ruling class. They make up all the curriculum for themselves according to their religious belief system, which is all tailor made to control you. This may be difficult for you to accept because unless you do some studies, unless you do some research and know the truth, understand the truth, all this, what you see on the surface may seem to be innocent, may seem to be um, uh, uh, fair, but they are actually not. So, generally speaking, everyone in the world now are without freedom because the elites have controlled the entire world among us, and that we have to accept as the reality of life. Yet, none of TBC has seen all this for many years, and the very fact that TBC has been started, put together, is for the purpose of providing a way out for the global poor and for those of us who are aware of the globalist agenda. At last, TBC has given us, provided us, and come up with a way to avoid the snares and the traps of the elites. TBC has given the opportunity of creating wealth and abundance, and it is freely uh, available to every man, woman, and child in the world. This is only up to you, it is only up to us to choose to act upon it. It is all laid out. It is all laid out, but TBC cannot be forced onto us. We have to make the choice to accept it and to utilize it. So coming to this point, if there is anyone that we are unhappy about, if there is anyone that we are very, very angry about, now is the time to channel our energy and this feeling that we have. Now is the time that we can rise up and do something about the plans and about the schemes of the evil globalists that are now promoting and orchestrating all the unrest in the world. They do not care how many they kill in the process of achieving their aims. On the surface, it may look like political activities, it may look like anarchy, but the political leaders of the world today, many national leaders are part of the elite group. And whatever that they do, whatever that they plan, they are actually implementing their plans. They are actually planning the destruction of the global community. Look at the organized crimes. They have got organized crimes all over the world, producing, promoting, marketing drugs, which are causing loss of money, causing loss of life, causing sicknesses, causing suffering to communities. And again, they also organize chaos. They organize anarchy through the so-called uh, flow of refugees in the world. Understand that this is part of the global plans of the elites. They are purposely channeling and flooding other countries with peer sponsored refugees. Most of these people are not refugees, these are terrorists. And for example, the so called refugees that are pouring into Europe, what happens once they are dispersed, once they have settled? They turn out to be rapists, they turn out to be anarchists, destroying properties, destroying homes, destroying facilities, government facilities, and they are rioting and they are perpetrating crime. Now, this is not a religious thing, but this is the act of the globalist global plan to destroy nations, to destroy countries, and to destroy individuals. The elites do not care the collateral damage that they inflict on the countries and the people. Their interest is only to create chaos and instability. This is the true and the real agenda. They don't care about the loss of lives. They don't care about the loss of properties and freedom. Now let's go back to the block. We have the academics or the syllabus or the materials, the study materials. This is what we call, or this is what we refer to as the textbook of being a TBCian. Therefore, we need to know what TBC is about, know how to act and respond to the block, which is our manual that guides us in TBC. We have all the information that we need and have no more need to ask from any of our leaders. We don't need to run all over the place asking our leaders all kinds of questions. The answers are all given in the book. All we have to do is do a little bit of reading, do a bit of search, and the relevant topics will be reviewed, and we will have all the information that we require. All this information are already in the blog. The archives of 2 years over, the archives of over 2 years of publication are still available in the blog. Now, as for people who are asking about the fiat exchange, they also can go to the blog and type in the word bank, and it will open up the blog post about the current ATM card or the fiat exchange. The blog explains that the bank will come into the picture when they see us as a strong and stable currency first. So the bank must know what they are coming in for. Is it viable for them? Is it sustainable for them? Is it long term? Is it orderly? Is it woolly? Or is it in chaotic condition? So first thing first, we must first complete our redemption, which I already had, and then we are now uh, halfway through migration. We have already evolved from the TBC coin to the Kindle coin, and we have changed from the old 004 wallet to the 009 new wallet. And all these are based on a new blockchain that has been custom made, purposely designed solely for the use of the 009 wallet, which is now capable of servicing a billion accounts at any time. It has been so well improved that it has been proven to be one of the fastest blockchain in the world today, next to Masters and Visa. The blockchain that TBC is having, the blockchain that TBC is employing, is the third fastest in the world. So now, for those who want to know about the fiat exchange, the bank must first see us as a strong and stable currency and to remain so. Now, when the word remain so is mentioned, it suggests that there must be proof of some concept and some period of time that can be monitored to be in good order and in good standing before the bank is happy and willing to do business with us. Okay, no bank would want to come in into a situation that is chaotic, that is disorderly, that is messy, that is unprofitable. Why should a bank take up such a situation? Why should a bank take up such a product? All right? So we understand that a lot of members they have not been they have not educated themselves enough. And a lot of members are anxious about the fiat exchange. And a lot of us are short-sighted on the return that we get for the $100 fingers that we want. See, the only input, the only investment or the only purchase that a member is required to do is to do $100 purchase of finger. And we have the huge issue facing us outside there. We have some major issues, for example, uh, our previous text site on the website, which crashed because it was overloaded. And that was a reason that admin had to rewrite a new blockchain. And that was the reason that now we have a more sophisticated sophisticated and more efficient blockchain. So the bank is also watching our migration exercise. It's not that they are not aware. They are very aware of what we are doing. The bank reads our blog. The bank listens to all our broadcasts. And the bank is watching our migration exercise to see how efficient we are in this migration. How many have migrated, and to see how the new tag on the website holds up. This is another indication which implies to us that there must be a sufficient time frame that we have to operate and to sustain so that through time our program, our technology can be tested. Secondly, The bank also wants to see a strong and well-behaved community surrounding the TBC coin. Who is this community? It is you and it is I. We, the members, must know how to behave and not to scream and shout on the social media, but to behave like professionals who are capable and able to handle millions and billions of dollars worth of assets. So whatever that we think, whatever that we say, whatever that we opine, do you think we are strong? Are we strong yet? Until this point of time, though we have 3.2 million members, we only have a small number, excuse me, we only have a small number of consistent broadcasters right now. Admin has already established the platform for us to step up into broadcasting. And admin is encouraging that a million members should start to do the broadcast. We need to provide social proof that we are strong with a band of dedicated broadcasters. We need every committed and passionate members for TBC to put in our efforts to establish our presence. We do have a strong group of broadcasters now, but the bank also wants to see a strong and well-behaved community within TBC. Have we arrived at this desired state of our community? The answer is we can, and we still need to do a better job to promote our presence as a community to the world. We need more proof to be seen to be a well-behaved and united community for TBC. We have enough reason and proof to walk alongside with our leaders. Our leaders in TBC, our national leaders in TBC, in diverse countries worldwide, they are doing an excellent job. Every one of them are doing an excellent job on their very own. And collectively, they form an awesome team in the TBC community. The very fact that most of us want to have more money in our pocket show that the scarcity mindset that the elites had drilled into us become more and more evident because we are not even ready for the kind of money that is in our TBC wallet. Nearly every one of us at this point of time have values of millions and billions in our wallet, but we still do not understand all this. Okay? We have not even done enough work on ourselves to actually realize what we have in our hands. Practically all of us have not reached a level of awareness of the enormous amount of money in our wallet. Most of us cannot even relate to the gigantic amount in our wallet. We are not able to count the long strings of zeros in our wallet. At most, we can count to the number of zeros for millions, but beyond that, many are not yet acquainted. The fact is, most of us have not studied enough on finance and money matters, and we are not used to counting huge amount of money. This is what TBC is offering us in the program, to educate us, to uplift us, to equip us, and to empower us. If we are given the ability to withdraw this money today, most of us will want to go out straight away and to start spending the money. And this would mean that we are channeling our money to and supporting the elite system again. This is the same economic system of the elite that is holding us down. Therefore, let us go back to the Kringle Cash website. This system has been created for us as a distribution system through the cookie reward system. Now, from the 21st of June, for one full month till the 21st of July, we have the upgraded bonus system, which is now given to all the broadcasters. The cookies reward has been upgraded by 5 times or 500%. The reward system for cookies has been created by admin for the distribution of wealth through cookie rewards, which subsequently can be redeemed and converted to Kringle cash for all of us. This is through the generosity of admin for doing something that we should be doing anyway. In broadcast, we have the ability to speak freely and not to be intimidated by the laws and restrictions of the elites who control the world's government. So therefore, broadcasters are given the liberty to speak freely, but of course, we are not supposed to blemish the image of TBC. In the past few months, we have seen how the elites have come into the crypto market, and they have now taken control over all the crypto coins, all the hard work that the crypto uh, community has been doing, all the hard work that the people who developed and promoted the various cryptocurrencies over the past few decades, over the past 10, 20 years. They have promoted, they have built the crypto coins, and it was widely accepted. And Bitcoin is the leader of all the crypto coins. And Bitcoin is the coin that now elite has zoomed in. They have taken control. They have now pressed down the leader of all cryptocurrencies, which is the Bitcoin. And they are now pressing and controlling the whole crypto market just by cornering and controlling one coin. Today, Bitcoin is being manipulated by the elite bankers. It is now being pushed down, pressed down, compressed, destroyed to a low of it was at one time at $20,000 per coin, and the world and the world was in euphoria. The global crypto community was so high on it now, and if the elites continue to press Bitcoin down, we'll probably see the price falling to $4,000 to a coin. Why is the elite doing this? They do this so that's to control the wealth of the world, and they will buy up all the crypto coins that the people cannot hold on anymore. For many of the people who have acquired the coins, they would have paid for it through uh, some loans which they took out from the bank, and perhaps they also have other financial constraints and needs at hand. They need to quickly dump the coin at a lower price. This is what we is happy to do. They will buy up. This is their plan, and they will buy up all the coins cheap. However, the fact that we need to remember is that TBC, the BN coin, or the Kindle coin is not based on the market cap. TBC is not traded freely on the free market like all the other crypto coins. And the result is they are now at the mercy of the elites, and they are now being pushed down, causing a lot of sorrows, a lot of hardship, a lot of poverty. TBC, on the other hand, has been designed to be a community coin supported by members and not to be exposed to artificial manipulation by the global elites. TBC is designed to be a global legal tender among its own community of 1 billion members worldwide. When the GCR, or the global currency reserve, is implemented by the elite world bankers, all global currencies will be affected and the world's population will be bankrupt. We have seen this happen before uh, on a smaller scale some decades ago when the elites, through their key player, George Soros, crashed the currencies of many countries and caused the countries to fall into mega debts, and forcing these countries to go to IMF and World Bank for bailouts, which virtually enslaved the countries to the globalists, who then, under the pretext of the IMF and World Bank, reap all the wealth of the countries which are mortgaged to them. TBC is all about overcoming these plans of the elites. It has been set up to protect us, the members, by escaping the snares of the elites as we set up our own TBC communities, which would empower us to be self-contained and free from the controlling rules of the elites. Admin is encouraging all of us to join the humanities battle, to stand up for our very freedom of life that God has given to us. Admin has given to us freely huge amount of cookies that can be converted to Pringles in November and later with Fiat. This is given free and is most generous to enable us to be set free from the controlling vendors. We must take this opportunity and stand up for ourselves as we insulate ourselves with the wealth that TBC provides for us. Admin has prepared us for 2 years and has been providing the tools for us to be free from the elites. They have a grand plan the elites have a grand plan to enslave the whole world, and they want to be the master group. Let's be thankful to admin for creating the platform and giving us the incentive to build wealth and to be free. We need to go to the blog. We need to read and view all the revealing truth about the elites that are available in the blog. And if we have not yet started to become broadcasters, to, to, to dispense the knowledge, wisdom of TBC, let us do our part. Let us answer the call. Let us be counted. Let us be uh, a broadcaster so that we can promote and propagate the expansion of TBC for the world. Thank you for viewing, and I am now signing off for today, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Be blessed. Bye bye.